7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, and welcome
Hello.
to a new episode of Stadium Connect North. Today, during the show, we have three co-hosts. We got myself, NinjaGuy X. We got John. Hello, John.
Hey.
And we got Aswi, the ghost.
Still a
Because-
ghost. Hello.
Yeah, we summoned him from the Stadia graveyard, and
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Oh,
but
Lord.
he came back from the dead, and he's haunting us. All right, so today we have a pretty special episode. We are interviewing a special person, and I'll let John say the introduction to this person.
So before we mention who we're interviewing here, just want to remind everybody in the chat that we've been very graciously donated 10 copies of 100 Days Wine Making Simulator on Stadia. So what we're going to do is we are going to give 5 of those away after the interview and then 5 away at the end of the show here. To enter, all you need to do in the chat is type in here, and I can actually bring it up on the screen here while I'm talking. Look at that. 100 days, hashtag 100 days, hit enter. You must be watching on my YouTube channel, so youtube.com/4scars gaming. We are going to eventually get it to so that it's no matter what channel you're watching, but at this point right now, it's just on my channel that you can enter. So good luck to all those that are entering here. And before we do the first giveaway, we'll read out who's in the raffle here to win. And for the second giveaway, you won't have to re-enter again. We'll pick the 5 winners. You have to be here to claim it, get your prize, and then we'll continue on with the show. So we have a very, very special guest that shout out to Aswi for arranging this.
Yes.
We've got Yves here from better known as the game on Stadia, 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. I'll go ahead and bring Yves on here now. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Not so special, I think.
Oh boy.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. We really do appreciate it and are very grateful that you're taking time out of your busy day. I know the weekend started here, but for you, it's already 10:30 at night, so it's already late. But again, we do
party
appreciate
mode.
you. Yeah, party mode, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much. So as we go on here, as we're talking with Yves here, for those in the chat that have a question, we just ask that you, to make it stand out there, maybe just type in hashtag question and then your question so that we can easily pick those out of the chat here and we can kind of go from there. So I think we already have some questions here. Maybe do you want to start off with talking with Yves here?
Yeah, sure. First
Sure.
of all, it's awesome to talk to you. I've shared this with the group before, but I wouldn't be where I'm sitting right now if it wasn't for your game. So I wouldn't have met
Right.
John. I wouldn't have been on John's community. So it's your game that has done that. So thank you very much for that. I guess to start, let's just get some intros going. Can you tell us about Broken Arms Games and then your role within the group?
Yes. So now, Broken Arm Games is I'm founder at this really small development company, and it's located in the northwest part of Italy, near like if you don't know, not familiar with European geography, it's like 1 hour or 1 hour and a half away from the French border. So
Oh, okay.
in a wine region. So in one of the most famous Italian wine region. This is located here in a small village because we are from here. So actually, I'm Swiss, but my parents
Oh.
moved to Italy when I was 5. So uh, I had to move with them, and I don't had so many choice back then. And then they moved from Switzerland to Italy. They bought a rundown house i- in like how we say here in nothing. So there was like
Mhm.
this. It was something a normal sane person would never buy. With, with this with this house, there was 5 hectare of vineyards of wines, and no
Wow.
one, nor my father nor my mother, had any idea how to manage wines or making wine. So
Mhm.
they had to figure it out from scratch how to do it. And
Wow.
fun fact is they had some gardening background, so they started to treat the vineyard like they used to treat pears or apple tree or so.
Mhm.
And this was like uh, the fortune, because everyone here was in the 90s trying to produce more grape possible, and
Mhm.
having really water heavy grapes, and then make, of course, shitty wine from it. So but it was like making the most quantity possible that they
Right.
could.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, my parents went to the opposite, try to make low yield and so on. And this was the at the end what was the lucky choice. In 5 6 year, they start to being discovered from press and so, and then they skyrocketed from one of the best Barbera in this area. So yeah,
Amazing.
Wow.
if you have played 100 Days, maybe you can find a lot of the story in it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
So
so
yeah,
I'm assuming then you're growing up in wine country inspired 100 Days. It seems
yeah.
a bit obvious there. So,
Oh wow,
um,
that's
how did
awesome.
how did 100 Days get about? Like you pitching it to, I guess, your team or whoever. How did that get started then?
Yes. This is an
What
interesting
stumped them?
story. No. It's really interesting because a publisher pitched us to do it,
Oh,
because we were
Oh.
yeah, because I made I grew up in a winery, and I my background is enology, so I study enology.
oh,
I So they saw our team that had this unique background, and
Mhm.
why are you not doing wine simulator? And so we thought about it, and then it was the start of the process. Yeah.
ah,
Oh wow, that's
wow.
awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Over a beer. The publisher told us to make a wine game over a beer. This is
Yeah. Maybe that's the sequel, right? Beer
Yeah.
simulator.
Oh, there you
no.
go. That's
I
right.
know too little about beer, and there is a company that is making a really good game about beer.
Mhm.
It's Brewcraft.
Yeah, Brewcraft. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd seen. I think you guys posted it, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, this
yeah.
is a great companion piece.
Yeah.
You could have like a crossover winemaking simulator X Brewcraft, right?
There you go.
Special.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I don't want to interrupt the flow here, but we've already got a couple of questions in the
Yeah.
chat here, so I don't want to let them run away too far here. So we've got one of them here. I'm going to start with this one, Fletch, and then I'll go back to your other one here. So Fletch says, "I named my duck friend Dave. What did you call yours?"
Very
What
serious
I will
question.
say about that, I normally call it just LOL, LOL,
Oh,
because
okay.
I have to test this fucking duck. Sorry, this
That's
duck
okay.
feature a lot because
Mhm.
one of the most cost no how most expensive feature we have in the game.
It's the duck.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a pain in yeah.
Oh, really?
And
Really?
yeah.
That's an expensive
Because
duck.
it's especially for Stadia because we
Mhm.
had some issue with the on-screen keyboard.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
to
There
type in
was
the name,
something
yeah.
not working, or we haven't understand how it should work, and this stupid duck uh, were there and had an achievement, so we could not cut out it.
Yeah. Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny.
You had
That
no
is
choice. You were stuck with
No, no,
figuring
we had
out.
to,
Yeah.
but it was
that's
yeah. So
that's
LOL.
LOL. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, we'll ask one more here, and then we'll as we continue here. Again, Fletch is asking, so what made you decide to bring the game to Stadia? What are your thoughts of the cloud moving forward?
Um, I will say that without Stadia, this game probably would not exist. So no one was willing to sponsor the game, not sponsor would say, but co-produce. Like no publisher had at the end had put money on the table, or
Mhm.
so we were literally going without money for a couple of months.
Mhm.
We had money to pay the employees, my colleagues, but me and Elisa, we are the two founder. We were without because we
Okay.
had no money left, and then
Wow.
at the end, in the worst moment, Stadia made an offer to help
Mm.
us for having the sim launch to Steam, and
Mhm.
then Pixmane. There is a publisher that we went for the mobile version. So without Pixmane and Stadia, this game would not exist for
Wow.
sure.
Wow.
That's very
Wow.
cool. The
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
saviors.
awesome.
Thank
Mhm.
you,
Yes,
Stadia.
yeah. Yeah. And so did they reached out to you, or did you reach out to them, or was it
No,
just like,
no. We reached out to them. Yeah,
oh,
we tried everything.
mhm.
Uh, we reached out. Yeah.
Yeah, you reached out. Okay, that's
We
cool.
had
Awesome.
a bird whispering us how much Stadia was willing to the Stadia contract was willing to upper limit to offer.
Mhm.
Um, so we needed like this game costed us at the end 450,000 euro budget to put it.
Oh,
Wow.
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 We needed 350 left to close it.
Mhm.
Um, Another person in the industry made a call with Stadia,
Mhm.
and Stadia told him how much was their upper limit of the contract, and was like
Mhm.
200,000 or something like that. I don't remember the correct. And
Mhm.
so the day after we had the call with Stadia, and instead of saying the 350 we needed, we said the exact amount that were the maximum
Oh,
willing.
right. That's
Yeah.
smart. That's smart,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
That's
like,
very
yeah.
smart.
So yeah,
That's good.
then the other part was covered with Pixmane, and we had like some we received a Epic Mega Grant, and
Mhm.
yeah, so we had some help from different platforms,
Wow.
and it was really
Wow.
nice. Yeah, it was
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Awesome.
they had you come in day and date for launch, and then late at the end of this year, you guys show up on Stadia Pro.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about getting on Stadia Pro and
Yeah.
where that transition came and experience with that?
It was it was in the contract from the beginning. So
Okay.
our contract, the creator program, I if I don't mistake that,
Stadia
because,
Maker.
Yep.
yeah, Stadia
Oh,
Maker.
okay.
Thank you. Was that after 6 months you can go in the pro.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
6 months from the launch. Then maybe we are could be that we are 5, no, 6 months. Yeah, 6 months
Nice.
later we went in November. We went to the Stadia Pro.
Mhm.
Something has changed during this time on the contract. So, but it was stupid not do it. So it's just
Yeah.
because we had to do nothing in theory. The game
Yeah.
was already on Stadia, so it was
Yep.
just for them to switch it
Switch.
to the pro.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
it was stupid to leave some money on the table because
Yeah. How's been the
and,
reception? Coming to Pro, you guys. Do you like the the outcome of how it's been doing since it's been on Pro?
I have not feel so much change because the Stadia community is so loud from the beginning. So it's amazing.
That's
On
that's a
yeah,
compliment. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, it's the loudest community I ever. Uh,
Yes.
That's
and
good.
it's
No,
important.
that's
Yeah.
It's
good.
really
Very,
important
very
for us.
vocal. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And it's
Wow.
really important and supportive. Not
Yes.
just it's all crap, but it's like really, no, it's supportive, and this is really important. It's super super important because little guys like us, we don't live just from money.
Mhm.
So it's also the human part that it's
The
behind
support
everything.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, support
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think
That's good.
there's something really brilliant about your game in the sense of it's very, again, different in how it approaches everything, but also very warm and inviting. And you can make it as stressful as you want by trying to achieve the 100, the best, or sell as much as you can. But I never found myself stressed out. I'm always like, all right, I got a bad run. Like I had everything lined up perfectly, and then I got a
Mhm.
drought, and then I lost all the quality of my wine.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait till next season. And there's it never feels punitive. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sell this as quickly as I can and then prepare everything for a good batch. So that's awesome. Now, the other thing that's fairly new on 100 Days is the direct touch, which is an excellent add-on. So, and I know we talked
Yes.
a little bit before the interview, so you could tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it all come about? Was it
Yeah, you
originally in
already,
your
everyone
plans?
knows how someone from the company responded a tweet, like someone was asking if direct touch was coming 100 day or would receive
Mhm.
direct touch, and
Mhm.
someone made the mistake to respond like in a really corporate manner. So like
Mhm.
we are looking into it or some bullshit like that. That it's normally in a corporate language. It means
You have to do
no.
it.
No, it's like
No, no.
no, don't.
No.
Yeah,
No, it's like
we're
whatever.
we're looking into it, but not necessarily looking
Yeah,
into it. Right.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
exactly. We're looking into it. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And maybe they never will ask again.
Yeah.
Here we are, 3 months later, with the direct touch in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's put a little bit of pressure on the team, but yeah, it's nice and done.
Yeah, that's good.
I also remember you saying that you felt compelled to do it though
Yeah, no,
for
absolutely,
the
absolutely,
community because again you
absolutely.
said without Stadia this wouldn't exist. So
No,
definitely
exactly.
really appreciate that. And from what I've heard from some of the people I've talked to and myself is how you can adjust the size, because I know on
Yeah.
Humankind there's a lot going on in the direct touch, so sometimes the text is too small, but you've made it like a little more customizable. So that's an
Yeah.
excellent touch
Mhm.
to add to that.
Um,
But yeah.
it's like the first month of Stadia Pro really helped us because we start to look into it, and then we saw that Unity, our version of Unity, was not supporting it right now, so we had to
Mhm.
wait. We try. I tried because my two tech guys said absolutely don't go up with the version of Unity.
Mhm.
And I said, "Fuck it, I go it. I do it. I do it by myself on the weekend." Um, it was like no. The completed the game was broken. Was completely broken. Like some random issue and
Wow.
like yeah, it was say so. We was no. We must wait. We cannot do nothing about it. Then we wrote directly to Unity, and Unity responded. It was on the way in the first week of December,
Mhm.
our version. So we said, yeah, we have to wait it out. And also, in the same moment that this version was ready to use for us, the first data from the first month of Stadia Pro arrived. So
Right.
there was no doubt left that we had to give it back. So
That's
and
awesome.
make it happen. Yeah, it
That
was
that
not.
definitely needs to be recognized, like as the
No,
community,
it's
like
no.
no, like as a community, that we need to recognize that, like that dedication and the thoughtfulness that you and your team put in doing that. So thank you, and it's
Yeah.
great to be able to say this to you face to face, because I know, like as we had said, there's many people out there that really love this direct touch, and we can already see it in the chat here as well. So thank you so much for adding that feature,
Thank you.
even though it wasn't planned or it wasn't intended, and you went through a whole bunch of hoops and a whole bunch of stuff, we'll call it. Thank you. I mean, like that really shows your dedication and love to the community. So thank you
It's in
so
our
much for that.
interest at the end. It's if you look at the more corporate side, it's in our interest. So
Hmm.
to because what's happening here, it's something really interesting that we what we are trying to do is to create. We had so much attention from like the industry and from
Hmm.
player
Hmm.
with a game that it's how do you say that you
Recognize.
thank you, recognizable.
Yeah.
um,
Hmm.
and what's happened here is we are building or we are trying to build a little fan base that can help us also in the future. So maybe the next time we come out or we announce a game, we are not completely stranger, and
Right.
maybe yeah, there is some. We don't have on every game start from the beginning every
Yeah.
time.
Right. Right.
Like a
So
Yeah.
fan base that will probably like follow you throughout the games, maybe, or
you
people
know,
who likes you for who you are. And yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it's like 10, 50, 100 person, it's
Yeah.
100
Hmm.
person you that talk about your game at day
Hmm.
one or before the launch that you don't
Hmm.
have prior. So
Before.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's if you see it like from a corporate point of view, it's in our interest to it
Yeah.
if it's possible, and not losing money during the process, because at the end the things have to be yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's sad to talk
Profitable.
yeah only
Right.
about money,
Yeah.
but yeah, at the end it's a business. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there was a question here from Rebecca in the chat here. Are you considering other regions for DLC, like Niagara here in Ontario in Canada?
We have a list of um, of DLC we would like to do.
Okay.
um, what I would say right now is let's see how well Napa does. because
Mhm.
it's really expensive to do this kind of DLCs.
Mhm.
We tried to make a game that was easy to do add-on,
Mhm.
but in the end, when we have done Napa, we saw Napa cost us like between 35 and 40,000 euros, so almost 10% of the entire project. So we need to see how much, if it's sustainable. So
Right.
if it's sustainable, we will add more region. Yes,
Yeah,
this is
that's
in our
awesome.
interest, because every time we add a new region, we have to study a lot of the wine from this region. So this is
Mm.
really
I
interesting.
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
I
that's true.
guess you could once things settle down, you could bring a trip over here, and we can come with you to Niagara.
Maybe we'll fund a trip to Eve, right? And so
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
GoFundMe.
crowdfund.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Mhm.
That would be funny.
But
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
just staying on with the DLC with Napa. I know that Napa released on Steam. Any, I guess
Yeah,
I know the touch was the next step. So when should we be looking forward to? Should we be looking forward to Napa on Stadia?
it's this is my to-do list, and it's
Now,
yeah,
Eves,
it's here, it's
before
here, it's
before
here.
you
DLC
before
Stadia, second place.
before before you
Ooh.
answer, think about how you're going to answer because you don't want to get yourself into
No,
a
no,
direct
it's
touch.
um, the only thing I'm scared of. It's
Mhm.
I'm not sure how to implement it right now. So
Yeah.
Because so Yves, with Unity, isn't it simple to bring it like of course you do the development on PC, and within Unity, isn't it fairly simple just to bring it over to Stadia? Like there's not a whole lot of work involved in it, or am I
Unity
wrong?
is simple. Stadia not so much,
Oh, okay.
because
Hmm.
the
Okay.
certification of Stadia is really heavy.
Right, right.
Really heavy. It at the beginning it was heavier than a PS5 release.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Wow.
crazy. It was
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
batshit
So,
crazy.
so, so I know in July, that's when they were talking about refining the certification process, streamlining it for developers and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that.
absolutely. They are moving in the right direction.
Good,
Nice.
Absolutely.
good.
We
Yep,
already
yep.
saw with the update it was much easier and faster, but
Hmm.
for the main release it was, and this is
A
why
lot.
before the touch,
Hmm.
the Stadia was behind like at least 10 revision,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because it
Because of
was
the
like
certification. Yeah.
it was too much to handle for if we had to keep up with the bug and keeping out the content and working on the DLC. We had
Hmm.
to, it was too much for a little studio like us to
Mhm.
handle every time a certification like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, and that actually sheds light on maybe other games that people have wondered about. Well, why are their version? Why is it not on par the Stadia game with other versions? And it could be, that
yeah,
prior certification process was just a
yeah,
lot to do. So you're going to
Mhm.
prioritize an Xbox or a PlayStation first before PlayStation or before Stadia.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
And that
yeah.
there is also it depends how well you are selling on Stadia, and if it
Hmm.
makes sense for your company, how to prioritize your work. And on top of that, if maybe you are doing, not saying underperforming, but you are just performing just fine, but on
Hmm.
top of that there is so much stress and so much work for um for every release, maybe
Yeah.
this can halt a little bit back some, but this is getting better.
Good.
Hmm.
This is one
Good.
thing
That's
that it's really getting better, and when we saw it.
So
Uh,
that's great to hear.
we have a question here from the scientist, and I really like that question because we talked about it in the background. And he says, "How scientific you think it would be possible to simulate winemaking? Would it be possible to develop something as hardcore as Farming Simulator one day and be used by professionals?" So we want to talk a little bit about
um,
that.
this 100 days. At a certain point, it under the hood, it's full um, chemistry and physics simulator under the hood. Um, we had to make some step back to make it fun again. At a certain point, it was too much. We had implemented. There is so much data we are not showing to the player right now. So everything that it's like all the chemistry part of the fermentation, or all other component of the grape skin that comes in play with the wine and so on. All this part, it's hidden at the moment, and we had to
Mhm.
cut some stuff out to make it fun again. So what you see is really the still part. So I could say it's super possible.
Mhm.
I'm not sure it will sell more.
Hmm.
Right. Right. Because like you said, it's that fine line and balance between too real and making it enjoyable
Yes.
for the average person to pick up and try it out.
We have two schools that have picked up 100 days and using it as tool inside for the moment.
Wow,
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
wow.
very
That's
cool.
awesome.
it's a little bit modified, so of course, for not from the
Uh-huh.
Steam version, but yeah, it's or two school have it. One
Oh,
in Switzerland and one in Italy.
wow.
Wow.
So the story mode that we have in 100 Days Winemaking Simulator, is there a story about the story, like how that came about? Is there like a little bit of like maybe your history, or or how did that all come about? Or
Yeah, the story, the characters, and
Mhm.
everything. It's relied on real persons that are
Oh,
from here or near here, or like in the wine industry, well known
industry.
and
Yep.
so on.
Hmm.
The story is done from an amazing narrative designer, Maddalena.
Hmm.
She's a narrative designer teacher in University of London. Um, she have done an amazing job. The problem was that the story is really polarizing. It's the polarizing part of our game. We uh, we had a lot of hate for the story and how the character interact with the player. They in some culture they were perceived as rude,
Mm.
um,
Okay,
Oh.
okay, okay.
and um, and Maddalena and some other guys from our team had some
Mm.
death draft, and it was heavy.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
Wow,
heavy.
really?
it was
What?
really heavy. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Man.
Oh my
yeah, yeah.
gosh.
It was really heavy. So um, I I really like what's because I can see I living here, and this is
Hmm.
the best portrait um, of Barolo, Barbaresco, and this Alba area that is in the wine industry, and
Hmm.
because people are like that, and this is a really Italian culture, and she has done an amazing job to bring it over.
Hmm.
Uh, in some culture, this is perceived as rude,
Hmm.
but
Oh.
uh,
So the problems were that it looked bad on the Italian culture. Is that what their
no,
problems were,
no,
or
no. Uh, people get offended by the
oh,
jokes and
Hmm.
oh,
irony
okay.
um and
So were there changes made because of these complaints, or did you kind of just
absolutely
say
not.
not? Okay, good.
Absolutely
Ah,
not. No,
wow.
There you go. You
no, no,
stuck with it.
no.
Yeah.
Um, and the story is short because there is another problem. People don't know that we have 100 days in nine localized in 9 languages,
Languages, okay.
Okay.
and this would cost more than 30 35,000 just to translate it.
Mhm.
Wow.
So we had to give to Madalena a limit of characters that she
Hmm.
can use, and she
Oh,
had to
Right.
fit all the story, all the tutorial, everything in this amount of character. Because
Wow.
yeah, I'm
That's
Italian,
interesting.
often taken. No, it's not the Italian that get offended. No, no, it's like for Korea,
Joe.
like Korea or Chinese people that don't have this irony that we
yeah,
used, typical from
I
Italy.
understand. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
They haven't
Okay.
understand it. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Interesting.
I can understand that. Yeah, that's very interesting. But for
Mhm.
it to go as far as like death threats and things like that
Yeah,
is
but people are stupid online. So when you
amen
don't
Not
to
you
have
guys,
that.
not you
Amen.
guys. Yeah.
when you don't have to put your face or your real name on a Twitter account, and you
Hmm.
can
Yeah.
write whatever bullshit you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually you can just brush it off, but you still have to like keep it, just to make sure. Yeah, you got to make sure
It was hard.
you
It
never know.
was
Yeah.
or it was we we took 2 days off. We launched on
May.
13 May.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
Friday. We made hot fix
Hmm.
for something that was like a save game or something that was
Right.
not. Um, and then we took out the entire team 2 days to a resort here in a
Ah,
friend of ours.
Oh.
nice.
Oh.
Um, it was we had today the first day we went positive, and the next day we were mixed. The impact
Mm.
of the mixed review the on Steam, it's like
Hmm.
you have a percentage.
Yeah.
So over 70% of your review are positive,
Hmm.
you are positive, and then you go very positive and overwhelming positive.
Mhm.
Right.
If you are under, it becomes mixed, and we in the second day we are between 68% and 70%. So we were
Oh
in
my
mixed. It
Mm.
gosh.
impact us from one day of an if we were positive,
Hmm.
it made a difference of 20,000 US dollar of sales on mixed.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like
Holy
really.
mackerel.
And because the Steam would take your visibility down, so you
Yep.
went off chart, and then you went back in, and so it was like really a roller coaster of
Coaster.
emotion.
Yeah.
On
Mhm.
top of that, people that were like complaining about the story that we really liked internally. So it
Yeah.
was like,
I
yeah,
love this story.
it was
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But as always, except for Stadia community, this is the this is true. Um,
Hmm.
the negative review, the negative talking, the negative stuff has is much louder than a positive review
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
or
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
Yep. That's
positive
true.
talking.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is
Yep.
why we are really um, like it's surprising how loud the community for Stadia can be without being negative.
Right.
So this
Mhm.
is
Yep.
really something unusual. Yeah.
Encouraging. Yeah. So I know you had mentioned about saves there. There was a question earlier. Rebellica had
Yes.
It was
asked
Mhm.
here.
Bella.
A
Yeah. Is
suggestion,
it?
mostly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Question: is it possible to have more than one game save? I accidentally overwrote my first game.
Yeah, I think so. I think there is the
Hmm.
possibility also on Stadia. I have to check because I'm on so many version, but you can make also different um, how can I say players wineries
Profiles.
profiles.
Profile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
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 You have to
Wow.
copy paste your save file into another folder on Stadia.
Can you do it?
Yeah. No, no.
No, 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 no.
I'm just messing around.
So, Rock in the chat here says 100 days is a
Thank you
work
so
of
much.
art.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
there
Very
is a
nice.
cool story about that. About the art of 100 days, and
Mm.
it was like we were thinking how we should tell the story, how we should make the game look like.
Mhm.
And we had one question. We asked us one question: how is the wine perceived out in the world? So it was like it's still French wine is the
Prominent.
place to go.
The
Yeah,
best. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
If you think of the best wine, it's champagne
Hmm.
whatever. So
Mhm.
um, we searched um, online an art director that had the French touch. So
Mhm.
if you look closely, the palette, the winery, how it's
Mhm.
drawn, it's a French chateau. It's not how we have the buildings here
Oh,
in
okay.
Italy, because this was really important so that the people could we don't when you make a game and you make it recognizable for people,
Mhm.
uh, you take away friction between the player understanding of the game. So I don't have to explain you what you are looking at. You see that,
Right.
you see the palette, you see the chateau, everything, and you
Mhm.
or the picture, the artwork, everything, and you already know what he's talking about or the feeling that you get it. So
Hmm.
yeah, this was, and we were lucky enough to find someone that has this aesthetic, and it was
Mhm.
a French art director.
Oh,
So
nice.
Ah.
So Clive beat me to the punch here. We was going to ask about what about the naked couple on the cover? How did that come about?
yeah, I have never looked at them that in that way. It was for me was silhouette, but okay.
Yeah.
Let's, let's go
So
down the
so
rabbit hole.
so really it's a silhouette and they're not naked, because initially I can remember again, like when we first heard about the game, like that was one of the things someone in the community, Ray, was like, look at the naked people on the cover, and we're like,
No, it was.
really, Ray?
Really?
Like that's the
I was.
first thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me check it. I haven't never looked at.
No, he's gonna look.
Oh crap! Delete.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should put nipples on the back. Yeah, I'm not sure they're naked, but yeah. No,
Okay.
um,
Well, that's
at,
our dirty minds went that way, that they were two naked people sitting out there on a winery and just, I guess, enjoying a
that's a good
glass
question.
of wine.
There's a story you will never hear about, because
Hmm.
at the beginning the game had another story,
Hmm.
a more personal story, and it was like around this two couple, and yeah, this was scrapped.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was scrapped,
So
but
so
the
they were
artwork
from the
remained.
original story. Yeah,
Yeah, but the artwork
there we
remained.
go. That's awesome. That's a good little
Yeah.
bit of info
Yeah, trivia
to
there.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
trivia, right?
artwork
Yeah,
was so good
exactly.
that we keep it, and
Yeah,
yeah.
fits right in. That's awesome.
The chat. The chat is
Mm.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
No,
like,
no, you should definitely drink
what?
wine naked while screaming in the road.
What?
This is how
Yes.
you drink taste wine the best.
Good.
Yeah,
So let me
exactly.
write that in my notes so I know next time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
That is so funny. So I
That's
see that
totally
there's
new.
another question that we had here that we were going to ask. What are some of the games, or what type of games do you yourself enjoy playing? On your spare time when you're not, busy or any of
No,
that
you
stuff.
sure? You sure about this question? I will completely disappoint you.
Okay. No,
No.
no,
Everyone,
no,
Solitaire.
everyone.
no. No.
No, no, no. Uh, PUBG.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
nice.
and and
I
it
Nice.
and it just went free to play, so that's good, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember you
it's
bringing that
fresh
up.
meat. Yeah, sorry.
I remember you bringing that up in the Discord. I asked you that too, and you played PUBG.
Yeah, yeah. PUBG
Nice.
is
PUBG.
to let Steam out
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
That's a
no.
good
Yep.
one. Yeah, yeah, that'll
It
do
Or
it.
is.
I'm a super Resident Evil fan. I played a lot Resident
Oh,
Evil 8.
nice. Yes.
Yeah,
That was a
Wow.
phenomenal game.
yeah, I think so. They have done a really, really good job. I play a lot of Binding of Isaac.
Okay.
Ah, nice, nice. I,
Yeah,
I would
I'm.
recommend Enter the Gungeon if you
Yeah,
haven't
it's not
played
my
it.
type. I tried, but it's more
Oh, no way.
volatile
Hmm.
and it's
Oh,
not so. Yeah,
What
I
what about
try. I played a little bit, but
Yeah.
what about
yeah,
Moonlighter?
I haven't tried yet.
Yeah, Moonlighter you might be interested. It has some management sim and then some Binding of Isaac stuff. Maybe give it a shot.
yeah, that
I
might be
haven't
something.
tried
But
it. No, I
since,
know the game, but I haven't tried it.
yeah,
Uh,
since we're on the topic of games, I think Fletch asked this earlier. Is there anything planned for the future? Any ideas of what could come from
yes,
yourself and Broken Arms Games?
Yeah.
yes. Uh, I don't know. No, we are late. We are in pre-production of the next game, so we
Oh
are
my
Oh,
god.
we are in pre-production of the next game. So we are
nice.
late, at least 6 months late on that, because 100 Day went so well that we need
Yes,
to work on 100 days. So yeah.
100
That's
days.
makes
Wow.
sense.
that's not the worst problem to have then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We are really blessed. Yeah. We are super lucky. Um, and it's amazing how well it's doing for
Yes.
us. So it's really put us in a place that we can work without at least for 6 months or so in the
mhm.
future without the pressure um
Funding and
yeah, of
things like that.
funding. So
That's
we
good
are
to hear.
starting the pre-production of the next game. That it's useless that I say something right now because it will change
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Right.
Right.
much
So
before
I guess,
it will come out in 3 years. So not
well, I
before.
guess the all important question would be that people would be wanting to know is there a possibility that this could game that you're working on could come to Stadia? Is it possible?
We are looking absolutely to bring it to Stadia because
Nice.
already we talked with Stadia and Stadia asked us to pitch the game to them. The problem is
Wow.
we are late on that, and
Yeah.
we are aiming to be ready to pitch the game on March. There is
March.
GDC
Right.
in so yeah, February
Mhm.
with a part of the team. We are again doing like we have done with 100 Days. So we are
Mhm.
hiring an art director that helps us giving the right mood and then all the 3D, all the asset is done internally
Mhm.
Mhm.
from our amazing artist Alice. But the art direction, so it's done from yeah. So
Mhm.
really vertical person that only do this.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Wow. So, exception as a question here, I was going to ask, but before that, I was just wondering how long did it take the development process for 100 Days, like from start to
2 year
launch?
and a half.
Two and a
Oh,
half years. Okay.
Mhm.
okay. Wow,
Good.
that's
Yes.
good to know.
Um, something that we haven't talked about, and I'm sure you want
Hmm.
to do that.
Oh,
Can you tell us about your team? I think you said you were a team of six, right?
Mhm.
So maybe you can tell us about
right.
their skills
Yeah.
and what they're doing in the.
Yeah. So my business partner, Elisa, she do beats dev and yeah, it's the business side.
Mhm.
Then we have Federico and Mauro. They are the two programmers. So Federico is the lead programmer that joined us from the beginning of the project. So all the structure and data structure are him and Mauro. We needed in when we had Stadia on board and Pixmain, and we had the funding to finish the game. We needed another person to. It was too much for Federico alone, so Federico and Mauro joined the company. Alice, she is doing all the art, 3D and 2D, not the UI. And then we have Francesco, that is super talented designer. So the idea to represent the making the this puzzle game for the main core gameplay is his idea. So he's really, and also he is the data. He analyzed the data and from the stores and on the game, all this stuff. And I'm here, just
Oh,
just
yeah.
I come here to take a coffee in the morning, and then yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
So
to go hand in hand with that, there, Exception was asking, how did you come up with the name Broken Arms Games?
I was working in during a harvest. I was doing harvest in a friend's winery, helping there, and there is this stemmer. So this is this machine where you put the grapes in, and he will take the stems out from the berries. And
Mhm.
there was this logo on the machine that was like a silhouette, and the arm that was cut. So it was like, don't put your
Oh,
hand in, it will cut your arm. So
right.
I was looking at that. It was the time that I was kicking around to start I started to work making video games, and
Mhm.
so it would be a cool logo for the company. And then um, my friend that was working there just shouted out "Broken Arm Games," and so I started.
So there you go. Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I think, do you want to go ahead and do the first giveaway here? Maybe the first 5 sets of games here. I'm not sure, Yves, if you can stay a little bit longer, or if you need
yeah,
to
yeah,
go,
yeah.
or you're
No,
good.
no,
You're good.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe this will give you a break. I don't know if you want to
No, I have.
drink. Need to.
No, no, I
You're
have
all
still
good.
two water. Yes, yes.
Oh,
If you
okay.
have, can I can stay silent for 5 minutes.
oh no.
Oh, no,
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 no
no,
way.
no, not
Yeah.
at all. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead here and do, and these codes that you all are entering the raffle to win are compliments of Eve's here. So a big shout out and thank you to him for donating these codes for the stream here to give away to the community. If you haven't already, you're going to enter hashtag 100 days, and that will put you into the raffle. We have a total of 10 to give away, but we're going to give away 5 now. And in order to claim your prize, you will have to speak up in the chat. So I can see we've got wow, quite a few people in here in the chat. I'm going to go ahead, and this will give people a chance to get entered. Now, if your name isn't called in these 5 names, don't worry, because your name will still be in there for the second drawing. So no need
Just
to
riot.
enter
If
again.
you're not
Yes.
winning, just riot. Burn everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead here and quickly read off. If you don't hear your name, type in hashtag 100 days so you can get yourself in here. Alexandru, Ali, Andy, as we,
What?
Clive. Yep,
Why am
I
I
see
in
you.
again?
I don't know. Don't
It
worry.
auto adds
If
me.
Yeah.
yeah, let me see if I can. There, I'll mark you ineligible. Okay. Clive, Crow, Daniel, Exception, Ghostface, hashtag Media Guy, Homie Drew, I can't see, Improv Joe, Imran, Iwan, Jack Travis, uh, Jason Benson, Lord Vivek, Metal Wolf, Mostly Martinez, Mr. Bayram Plays. Let's see here. On CQ. Wow, some of these have trouble. Patrick, Petter Games, PSX Cloud, Rebellica, Roberto, Ron Slusher, Sonic Mart, Stadia German,
My
the
gosh.
the
Wow.
Scientist, We Love Stadia, and Zarena as well. So, woo. Okay, we've got lots and lots of people in here. Okay, so here we go. The way that we do it is the bot has just a button I press. It says roll it, and the bot will announce the winner. You have 60 seconds from when you're announced to claim your prize by speaking up, and you can use the command. Let's see, to get a hold of me here, contact, right? Exclamation mark contact, and that will give you the information. So if you hear your name called, That way you can contact me and we'll get everything arranged with Yves to get the codes and all that good stuff over to you. So here we go. Our first winner is Stadia German. So Stadia German, you just need to speak up into the chat here. Tell us that you're here and that you're going to claim your prize. So congratulations, Stadia German. Metal Wolf says, "Oh, we all know how to find you." There we go. Wow, thanks. So Stadia German, use one of those methods there to contact me: email, Twitter, Discord, fax, Instagram, whatever you want to do. Contact me there, and we will get you a code there. So it's Stadia German. Now I want to make sure that it takes them out of the raffle. So our next person, that's one. We have 4 more to give away here. Hashtag Media Guy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Congrats.
AKA Cult of Stadia. Are you here, buddy? I know he's a big supporter of Stadia, and he's been talking about this game as well. So hashtag Media Guy. If you're here,
He usually listens to the whole thing. We should be seeing him pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna give you 60 seconds. You got 30 more seconds to respond here. Hashtag Media Guy. Oh no! If your name's called and you don't claim your prize, you can always enter into the second drawing, because when your name gets picked here, you're taken out of the raffle. So hashtag Media Guy. We have 15 seconds left for hashtag Media Guy to respond. Oh my gosh. I always hate to see people not claim their prize. Well,
this is so brutal.
Right.
Yeah.
We're unforgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go. That's one. So we're going to go on to the next one. Impro Joe. I see Joe in there chatting away. So Joe, you just have to be here to claim your prize. And I want to see, Joe, if you win this prize and claim it, I want to see a stream of 100 days over on your channel, your Twitch channel, Joe.
Don't say that. Maybe he won't respond.
There we go. No,
nice.
Yeah, I know Joe, so we're on buddy level here. So we're all good. So there we go. That's 2. Congratulations. We're gonna go to our next winner. Winner number 3, Rebellica. Nice. Congratulations, Rebellica. Congrats. Let's see if Rebellica's here.
Oh my gosh, Rebellica has won
I know,
like 3 times in a row, right?
Lucky.
Yeah.
She go buy the lottery.
Yeah.
Last week, her or Granite won something, and I said you should buy a lottery ticket, and they won. He showed me. Granite told me he won like $20 that night.
Oh my gosh! There you go. She responded. Congrats.
There we go. So congratulations. So we got 2 more to give away in this little raffle here. Jan, congratulations, Jan. I think that's a new viewer here. Jan, you have won a copy of 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. Just need you to claim your prize. Jan, the lucky winner. There we go. And for any of those that won, let's see, Jan, if you don't know how to get a hold of me, there we go. So Jan, congratulations. You can get a hold of me any one of those ways here. If you don't remember what they were, you could just type !contact, and there we go. So that means we've got one more to give away, isn't that right?
One more, yeah.
One more in this round here. Here we go. Well, look at that.
Organized.
The one, the only PSX Cloud, Mr. Fletch. There we go. And we learned, while we're waiting for Fletch to respond here, we learned when Fletch was on the show a couple of weeks ago what the PSX stands for. Yeah. And that's PlayStation, Stadia, and Xbox. So there we go. Fletch, if you're awake here, he's an hour behind Yves, so he should be awake. Let's see. Fletch, come on. Come on, Fletch. We're here to claim your prize. Fletch just started up his YouTube channel again. So he's doing live streams. There we go. Nice. Gonna give me a review. Yeah, see, there we go. So perfect. Make sure, you pass that along to Yves once you have that to video so they can see. All righty. So congratulations. We've given 5 away, and we'll give the other 5 away at the end of the show here. So congratulations to all the winners. Again, if make sure to contact me here. And when you contact me, just include your username on YouTube or Twitch, whatever, so we can verify that. And we'll get the codes over to you. Probably be, I would say, maybe tomorrow or something like that. Once, because it's really late now for using stuff like that. So,
No,
alrighty,
I'm okay.
yeah, okay, good. So that was good. I guess we're gonna move along here. Obviously, if people have any other questions in the chat, feel free to ask those. Just put hashtag question in front of it. That way we can pick it out of the chat here. And maybe we'll talk a little bit about some news here. Does that sound good? Okay, and we'll go here and let's see. So
I think that Yves is a fan of Stadia anyway, right? So maybe he'll be interested in these news. So.
yeah,
I'd be
definitely.
interested to hear his thoughts anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So some keen eyes in the Stadia community noticed, I believe this was yesterday, Clockwork Origins posted a little past and future 2022, and some keen eyes here noticed that if we go down here, that they announced that they were approved as a Stadia partner, and also got nominated as Best Developer at the GDD Indie Game Award 2021. But more importantly, what we were seeing here, they're talking about upcoming Elemental War 2, and it's their biggest release so far. Lots of different platforms, and sure enough, if we go down here, Elemental War 2 will drop that. We'll play the video here, but what our keen eyes in the Stadia community saw, by the way, Elemental War 2 will be released on Steam, the Humble Store, PS4, PS5, and Stadia. So that was a new game here announced for Stadia, and we should take a look at it here. It's a tower defense game. I don't know, has anybody here played the first Elemental War?
Not on my end, no. I'm pretty new to Clockwork Origins. I've never heard about them before, so it's going to be interesting learning about what they have to offer.
Yeah, exactly. This is it looks pretty interesting here.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of like Orc Must Die 3, then I think like this is something that you should invest in. Definitely.
Yep,
This would be a good
exactly.
companion piece.
Yeah, those tower defense, I could see that. So that's pretty awesome that people have found that in the community there, and another game to look forward to this year on Stadia. So we'll see here. It's a pretty lengthy trailer here. 65 unique towers. Wow.
And we can look for other things from them, right? So maybe everything that they'll be releasing from now on, or maybe even previous game will come up on Stadia, because the way that they worded that is that like they have a partnership, right? So
yes,
we might be seeing some even more interesting things from them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is exactly. I see it in the chat there. Rooster saying it's somewhat like Orcs Must Die 3, and it should be cool, like we mentioned there. So
yeah,
looky there, look at that, a little preview there.
Wow,
self promotion. I know, right? How much did that cost? So moving along, and I know the other day I was looking in the Stadia store, and I was saying, Life is Strange. We know that it had been, the remasters had been delayed from a late September release to February, and I was like, now which one of those games was Stadia Pro again that they originally announced? And it actually was both of those games were announced to be Stadia Pro games for initially what was going to be October. So then they said they got delayed, and we didn't hear anything. So I was kind of like, wow, I wonder if these are still going to be pro games. We don't have 100% confirmation that they're still going to be pro games. I imagine they still will be, but you never know the way business works. But we did see a tweet here from Life is Strange saying that we have an update for you regarding Life is Strange Remastered Collection. It's going to be hitting Stadia, PlayStation, Xbox, PC on February 1st, as previously announced. We have a wealth of preview goodies for both titles planned before launch, starting with an extended look next Tuesday. Oh, could it be on the Tuesday blog post for Stadia?
Most
You
likely.
never know.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so it's just saying, then of course, non-Stadia related, the Switch version had been delayed. But it's good to see here that this is still on track and good to go for February 1st, both games. I can't wait. I love Life is Strange, and those type of games. So this would be really great. If there's still Stadia Pro games, that's even like a bigger bonus, because if not, I'm buying both of them. Like, I mean, they're well worth it.
Yeah.
And they're really reasonably priced as well. So really good.
So yeah, we don't know if they're going to be pro game still, but this is what to be expected for now. But guys, in the chat, you can let us know what are your guesses for next month. What do you guys think we're going to get for pro games, and what games would you like to have as a pro game?
Yeah, definitely. So as we're going to move on here, as we see people in the chat here commenting. So lo and behold, we had some comments about Orcs Must Die 3. Well, sure enough, there's an update available for Orcs Must Die 3. And this came out I think you spotted this yesterday, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was just, I saw that, today's update, and I saw Xbox, PlayStation, and then I'm like, oh, nope, Stadia later today. So that's good. They're still supporting it. I know it was a Stadia first game, and then eventually went out to the other one. So it's good to see it's getting updated.
Yeah, so it says here that it includes 2 new endless maps, scramble mode additions, a new evil skin, and more. So that's pretty neat. Orcs Must Die 3. It's I like that game. It's like we said, it's the tower defense there, and it also supports. Does Orcs Must Die 3? Does that support Stream Connect?
I don't believe so.
No, it doesn't.
No.
For some reason, I thought it did.
Does it have a Stadia feature? Like I kind of feel like it does.
Yeah, there is. That's what I was thinking. I can't offhand. I'm sure if we go to the store, it'll list it there. But offhand, I don't recall exactly what it is. Maybe someone in the chat will know offhand. And let's see here. So Skyclimbers, we talked about last week. They had a little bit of news. They talked about some plushies that you could buy from them and whatnot. But there's an update out just a couple of days ago here, and they're talking about the Stadia Alpha will soon begin with a release date to come. So Skyclimbers, which was heavily, again, like Yves had mentioned here, the Stadia community is very vocal. They were vocal about getting this game onto Stadia and helped back it. So with Kickstarter here, so that was great to see. And they also put out a 30 minutes of survival base building gameplay. Obviously, we won't go through it all here. We'll kind of skim. But I think this is another game that the community is definitely looking forward to. And this is awesome. Love to see. Love the visuals in this game too.
It's growing, and you can see like they're putting a lot of effort in it, right? Like quality wise. So it's getting pretty exciting.
Yeah, I always like to help support. Now, I'm not just saying this because Yves is on the show here. These smaller studios. No, seriously though, I like to see, because that's where you see a lot of innovation in games, and we've talked about this before, right? Like, there are many indie games and games developed by smaller studios that give you that experience and just overall like gameplay, like just a different feel than some of the games that are, 30, 40, 50, 100 million, 200 million dollars, those big AAA titles. Sometimes you just feel like they're cookie cutters, whereas these smaller studios and indie and stuff like that, you kind of get these made from the heart type games and very unique experiences that are very memorable and fun to play, enjoyable. And I know, like with Stadia Pro, I've at least played 10 or 12 games, if not more, over the past 2 years that I normally wouldn't have.
For example, one that struck you?
For an example, 100 days for sure.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
For
a
sure.
real one, a real game that.
Oh, a real game.
He's dissing his own game.
Oh,
So
yeah.
have you? Can you? Will you? Lost my. I would say Wavetail's one of them. One of the smaller
Wavetail
games.
is awesome. Yeah.
Figment's an interesting one that I really want to go back and finish.
Mhm.
Dark Side Detective would have not picked that up like on my own. I would be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe if
Have
it comes
you
to Pro.
tried Foreclosed?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
It's another
Foreclosed.
Stadia. Yeah.
That was another good
Yep.
one.
Stadia
And
Pro.
30 says Wavetail.
Yep. Moonlighter.
and-
someone
and,
mentioned in the chat there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Foreclosed is also an Italian studio, right?
Yeah,
Pete?
it's a friend
Yeah.
of ours.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And
Yeah.
Tab.
That's awesome.
Yeah. No, they did some good work.
Yeah.
A nice companion
Very,
piece
very
to
good work.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
a little bit a different scale, but yeah.
A different scale, but I think they still
It's like we are
complement each other.
competing with how it's called?
Project Red.
No. Farming Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
no, that's good.
I
So
think you
so
guys are better.
yeah. There's I have a newfound, and I think we've talked about this on the show and also like in Discord too. Like we have a newfound love and appreciation for indie games. Like a lot of people will just discount them and say, "Oh, well, that's use the word as saying it's an indie game as to meaning like it's an insult or it's nowhere near as good." Where in
Yeah.
fact that's quite the opposite.
Mhm.
Definitely in my book here, and
There
have
is a problem with the indie games, and that it's the problem with also Stadia and uh, Xbox Game Pass and so is that it's teaching people to have free games, and at the moment is they are making how do you say it, user acquisition, so they pay for the game, or of course, but this has to stop one day. So it will be curious how this will turn out, because it's not sustainable for a small studio to bring out a game. If they have it to give it away free, someone have to pay it for it.
Mhm.
So it will be
that.
this is something that scares the little indie maker like us at the moment. And
Yeah,
it's teaching
definitely.
people to get this game for free.
Yeah.
Or
I'm-
you have a subscription, okay, but what you feel is like you're getting for free. So
Right.
I 100% agree with that. I'm not. I know, like, so we're all going towards a sort of Netflix approach, a streaming approach, because
Yeah.
Mhm.
streaming and then your content. But even when streaming has gotten really big, I know a lot of movies that I used to maybe go see in the theater that I wouldn't have gone to go see. They've disappeared. But I've seen other things that are interesting that only show up on Netflix. So there's a bit of both. But I know gaming in particular is more time than just, oh, it's 2 hours of your time or a few hours of your time. This is
because
can be much more, especially if you're
exactly.
very into it.
And
Yeah.
the problem is,
Mhm.
this is something I feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but my feeling is that the quality of the Netflix shows that are coming out are going down. Not the spikes, but the medium of the quality, because they need so much content to feed to the people. They
Right.
just need content. So
Keep pushing it
yeah.
out. Yeah.
So you're getting
So
quantity over quality.
Yeah.
yeah. There is
Yep.
of course there are really good good shows and
Mhm,
movie,
mhm.
but I think the overall quality is going down. Maybe I'm just feeling like that, and I'm afraid that it's will hit the indie community too. So you have
So one thing that I would like to see changed, and I know I've seen people in the Stadia community mention this before, is when you claim a game on Stadia Pro, such as 100 Days, you don't have the option, like, unless you stop your subscription to Stadia Pro to
Mhm.
purchase the game. Because I know there's some out there that say, oh, I tried it on Stadia Pro and I really like this. I want to help, give money
yeah.
to the dev here, and they can't buy it. So people have come with workarounds and things like that, but
Yeah, I
that's
saw it.
really, yeah, nearly here nor there. And I know that there was, I guess, what was it? There's some issue, like the game, 100 Days there was some configuration issue on the server or something.
Yeah,
Someone was
it's our
asking.
fault.
Yeah.
What's our fault?
Yeah. But no, I think that would be great to, like, give you that option. Even if you are part of Stadia Pro there, you can claim it, but then also say, hey, yeah, I would also like to buy this game as well, so that if someday I stop subscribing from Stadia Pro, Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or whatever have you, that I still, can play this game. But maybe that'll be something that gets changed this year. But I would really like to see that option added to be able to purchase your
Oh yeah.
games, even if, yeah.
I
Okay, so
sorry,
go ahead.
I do think though. I think one of the things I like about how Stadia Pro does it is because they're trickling in, anywhere from 2 to 6 games per month.
Mhm.
They put in something that is you're going to get eyeballs on, and then they give you 4 to 5 other things that are interesting. And if
Hmm.
you're at least somewhat of a intuitive gamer, you'll be like, there's something here. Stadia wouldn't just pick like whatever game. They're not putting shovelware because the
Right,
library in Stadia doesn't have shovelware. Whether that's a
right.
Mhm.
problem or not for some
Yet.
people, there's no shovelware. Everything on there is,
It's
in my
curated,
opinion,
right?
it's curated and it's good
Yep.
to amazing. I'm not saying every
Yes.
game is great because we all have opinions. It's
Yeah.
subjective.
Okay.
There's somebody who's not going to like 100 Days. There's somebody who's not going to like Skyclimbers. But
Right.
the quality of the game that's coming through is excellent overall.
Yep.
I
Yes.
haven't found a game where I've been like, man, I don't want to play this at all. It'd be more like, not my cup of tea right now, but I might come back to it. I've had games where I tried it and then I was like,
Mhm.
I'm actually going to go back and play that. And then I found myself finishing a game.
Yeah.
But what
Ex-
will happen one day when Stadia will be like 1 billion user monthly?
Then you'll be rich. No.
No, not me. No, it's not about that. It's like when you really need the content, then you will need some shovelware because
Mm.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
I think Nintendo kind of went that route with the Switch originally. Is they had their first party lineup, and then one of the criticisms was, well, there's nothing else. You can play Zelda and then maybe
yeah,
Mario, and
and
that's
nothing
it.
else.
Right.
And then they were originally curating really good indies, and when they do their indie highlights, the ones they highlight are very interesting.
Oh yes. Yes.
But
Mhm.
there is a whole bunch of other stuff that's getting dumped into the Switch. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
Right.
sure there's
Right.
stuff either for kids or for select people that are interested in whatever that content is. But yes, it does get to a point where it's like, oh, I have a little too much selection now.
Mm.
Hmm.
And
It's
I
a
like that about
competition. Yeah.
Stadia, right? They like take time to put quality in it, and I think that it's a good way to keep the reputation that they
Mhm.
have.
Yep.
You don't see anything like that shows that Stadia is cheap, so it's cool.
Yep. So this is another find that our friend Death Alive on Discord found.
I don't know
I'm
how he
not
does
sure.
this.
I'm not sure how he found this.
Bravo,
He
sir.
found this
Bravo.
last night, I believe it was. There's going to be a Breakpoint 2 one-day virtual game developer summit that happens on February the 16th. And it tells you a little bit about here. Breakpoint is an open virtual event free of charge that provides an opportunity for practitioners in the game development industry to learn from each other, network, share best practices and ideas through technical talks. They talk here game quality, testing pipelines, performance issues. And if we scroll down here, what do we find here? One of the on the agenda is leaning into the cloud native. The speaker is Ryan Bartley of Google Stadia. So Ryan, who we've got his LinkedIn page up here, is a product manager here at Stadia. He's worked with Google and Stadia for almost 5 years now. Started as a senior technical solutions engineer, worked alongside several studios, including Ubisoft, Square Enix, 2K Games, Rockstar Games, etc., to launch the Stadia platform. And now he's a product manager for almost 2 years. So he will be there talking about leaning into the cloud native. And I believe Death Alive had posted Ryan was also in one of the videos in the Google Game Summit that was in July when they were talking about Stadia as well. So shout out to Death Alive for finding this. You can see here we have someone from Epic Games there as well, and you can see the sponsors there like Unity, Epic Games, EA, Amazon, Stadia, Griffin. So this is a cool little find that Death Alive found here. And I mean, obviously this is for developers, so there's not going to be anything news to be announced from it, but just like that general interest that I find a lot of people in the Stadia community have about Stadia, about cloud, like this is something interesting to possibly see, if watch and learn, and it might be all just technical type of stuff here, but definitely something interesting to look out for sure.
Exactly.
So yeah, shout out to Death Alive for finding that. Yep,
definitely.
Cool. So do we want to move over to the community?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So what I did is I've created two separate news tabs. One of the tabs is going to be the things that we really want to talk about in the community, and then the second tab, what we're going to do, we're going to go over it very quickly, just because we got a little bit of time here, but we don't want to make it too long either. So that's what I think we're going to do. So let me just go ahead and share my screen here. I think that's what John was waiting for. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Cool.
Here we'll go full screen here.
Perfect. So yeah, we are on to the community news now, and to start it off with, Mr. Fletch here, who has started streaming again and doing some content creation on Stadia and other platforms. Right now, he has a giveaway. So he says, "I am giving away a Get Pack fully loaded key on Stadia to one lucky winner. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, and winner will be drawn on the 25th of January." So I just wanted, we wanted to let you know, guys, that he has a giveaway for Get Pack fully loaded. So if you want to go ahead and try it out, I'm just going to put a link here in the chat. And good luck to anyone who would like to try it. But yeah, congratulations to Fletch, who has started to do some content creation here for Stadia, which is awesome.
And we're expecting his review of 100 Days.
Oh,
of course, yeah. On our desk next week.
It's recorded, so he has to do it now, right? He has no choice.
Yep.
Next up is the official announcement of the Winter Community Championship on Stadia. So here it says, "We are excited to announce the Winter Community Championship on Google Stadia. $900 is up for grab across 3 qualification rounds and 16 players live finals. We got some details. Registration are now open. So you know what? I'm going to post a link here again. And the first game was announced for the challenge. It's going to start on February 2nd, and it's going to be Wreckfest. So if you want to go ahead and have a look, we also have a Discord, and if you want to keep up to date with this.
Just sorry if I interrupt, but Fletch, if you are listening, your YouTube link on the Twitter page is not working.
Man, let me actually put the correct link here for you guys. That's good to
No,
know.
yours is working. In the description
the
of Fletch, there is his YouTube channel, but if I click it,
Oh.
Interesting. But I'm gonna post his channel link here anyway, just so you guys know like where to look for him. Because it's good to follow one of our good content creator there. Thanks for noticing though, Eve.
Yeah, look
Really
at that.
appreciate that.
Yves is troubleshooting other people's channels.
Yeah. Maybe we should bring him every week, right? Oh man. So yeah, if you guys are into competition and if you like money, go ahead and get in the Winter Community Championship. Next up, okay, so yeah, here's something very interesting. So it's a post that I put. I said new games brings new players to Stadia. I'm gonna copy paste a lot of links inside the chat today, but we got a person here who is a professional 9 to 5 player, and he was curious about Stadia. After it was released on Stadia, so he bought himself a controller and he gave it a try live here on YouTube, and he actually really liked it. He wasn't as good as he wanted to be. He need to practice still a lot with a controller, but it's cool to see like a pro player just go in there and give it a try and have positive things to say about it. So I talked to him afterwards. That he's a good friend of mine, and he said that he was gonna go ahead and maybe do like a weekly video on Stadia. Just because he enjoys it. So if you want to have a look, give him a subscribe if you like what he does. I'm just going to put the link here and have a look if you're interested, of course. His videos are just very good into explaining how to get good in the game. And he has some amazing walkthrough, which got me pretty good in the game also. It was very helpful.
Ninja, Zarina's asking if yourself or John will be entering the championship.
I know that last year John did try the championship. So are you going to try it this year, John? I think he's on mute. But
Oops, sorry about that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, because I did the did Pixel Junk, right? I tried that.
Yes.
I don't know. I might enter, but being on the committee, I don't know if there'll be a conflict of interest. Maybe I'll just enjoy the competition and help broadcast and stream those that are entered into it.
Yes. So my goal is to not get in the competition, but my scores are still being recorded in the games in the weekly challenge. So I'm a very competitive person, and I'll try to go first anyway, even if I don't enter a competition. So I'm definitely gonna stream my stuff and maybe try to give people like an idea of try to be first, like just help out people. I think that's gonna be my role in this. And let's jump here with Silver Lining. So Silver Lining is a new Stadia show. So they broadcasted their first live episode this week on January 19. And let me just put another link here in the chat. So if you want to have a look at their first show.
Yep. And that's Vivi and Original Penguin Adam.
Oh, awesome.
Exactly.
That's the new show there. Yep.
It's a Stadia focused show, and their objective is just to bring some positiveness and being funny, joking around. And they give themselves a challenge every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. They say fortnightly or something like that, but here in America, we say bi-weekly. But so this week's challenge for them is to create a trailer for their show. And whoever has the best trailer wins. So that's going to be interesting to see in 2 weeks. Yeah.
So Ninja, before you go on, I just want to mention something. I saw somebody in the chat said Stadia is going to organize a championship. So just to be clear, the Winter Community Championship is being put on by the community itself. So Stadia is not involved in any way at all in it. So just the way that clears it up here, so that people that might not know about it got all the details.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. It's something that we should be clear about for sure. Yeah. So next up is, again, I guess I'm going to copy this link here again, guys, before I start talking about this. So here, Marmalade Games is looking to port their game, the Game of Life 2, onto other systems, and they asked us to vote here in this link. And you have some interesting choices. You have PlayStation, Xbox, Stadia, Oculus VR, or something else. So you can go on their voting website there and decide which console you would like this game to be ported on. I've taken a look at it on the phone, and it looks very fun. I mean, it's the Game of Life, right? So I wouldn't mind having other board games like Monopoly and these types of game in the system.
Yeah,
And
that'd be awesome.
what's nice about it is the community, of course, Stadia community, like Yves said, they're very loud in a positive way, right? So all the comments are like, there's a few, like one for VR, a few for Xbox, I think, but yeah, a lot of people is talking about Stadia here, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
And yeah, and I could continue, but yeah, it's very positive to Australia. So it's promising. Hopefully, we'll get it there. And last but not least, for news that I wanted to put more focus on. So here, Original Penguin just says another game on Stadia with direct touch. Yes, please. What does that mean, guys? I'm not sure. John, can you give some hints or not?
Yeah. So this is Yves' favorite feature here, direct touch.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. And we're just playing along here. It's great that we could do tongue in cheek like this. We're just messing around here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yep. So Original Penguin, what he's talking about here is, I think Rob. Rob is the person that had tagged both Original Penguin and myself in the From Space Discord developer for that game, Triangle Studios, maybe? Yeah,
Yep,
Studio. And basically, one of the devs there kind of let the cat out of the bag that they are
looking into it.
No.
Yeah. Has to be done.
No,
now.
they said, "Oh my gosh, that's too funny." that they're going to be putting a direct touch into From Space, and that currently oh my gosh, I'm laughing here. That the game's currently scheduled to release first quarter of this year, 2022. So I don't know if at launch it will have it. Probably not, but we don't know. But that so that's a game that's for direct touch that Original Penguin is inferring about there. But there's also another game too that we saw. Ninja, we don't necessarily have the link for it as well, but Dark Side Detective are looking to add direct touch to their games as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was a news for today, right? So I guess we didn't put it in, but
yeah,
it's also very exciting for sure.
Yep, yeah, for sure. So we could tell that the community loves that direct touch, for better or for worse.
And you can tell them to reach out.
Oh,
okay.
See,
interesting.
Yeah.
If in case they have problem, maybe we are just dumping off and we had some stupid problems, but yeah.
No, but that's still learning. You get the lessons learned. You can pass it off so that they don't share the problem.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they can share their problems with you, and then hopefully whatever.
No, please don't share problems. We can share no more problems.
Only solutions. Got
They'll
it.
give it to you. They'll give you the problems.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So I think that John, you have some contacts, right? You can contact directly Rob.
Yeah. We can see if they have. They can get a hold of easier if they have any problems there. So if I'm going to go ahead because let's bring this out here. So if I'm correct in saying, if we go through this here, the games with direct touch on Stadia, obviously we have 100 Days. We know that Humankind. So Humankind was the first one. 100 Days, I believe, was
check in the box.
Yep.
Yeah, checking the boxes
Jackbox
beforehand.
games. Yeah, that's what I didn't know. Yeah, the Jackbox games, all 3 that are released on Stadia have direct touch. So there's 5 games
Yeah.
that are already out here that have direct touch, and then now we know of a couple of more that are looking into it, we'll say. And
Looking into direct touch confirmed.
Yes.
so hey, maybe that could be your specialty. You could be the direct touch
Guru.
No.
guru. You could
No.
charge a fee.
Yeah.
You could all you could do is you could work on direct touch. That's your main focus.
Yeah.
Nothing else, right? You're just use the direct touch master, right?
For a fee. For a premium fee.
Yeah, look, there he goes. He's
Oh.
trying. Yeah, exactly.
No.
No, but that's good. So I think that kind of wraps up what we really wanted to talk about. I don't know if anybody in the chat here has any other questions or.
And John, I also have the other community news. If you want me to do them, I can do them quickly. I have them open.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go. I'll go back to your screen here.
Yep.
And
so, yeah, these are just quick things that we wanted to highlight, just because these are also interesting community news. So, Original Penguin is keeping his campaign into posting some analysis on video games. So here he has Darksiders 3, which shows that it supports 4K mode, 60 FPS, 30 FPS toggle, and things like that. So look up his channel because he always has some interesting analysis on every game. And as mentioned, Fletch has a new setup for streaming, and he did his first live stream yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think yes. For the Settlers, which could potentially come on Stadia. And so give him a look if you can. He is a very good potential streamer that could become big, but no, he's very interesting. So
he's a nice guy, and we had him on the show here a couple weeks ago, interviewed, and he helped host. So very nice guy.
Exactly. So Malaysia here he's also into doing something here, and he wants to do 100% on every game on Stadia, and he finally did a place for the unwilling, and I think he's the first person to do that on Stadia. So it was a pretty cool achievement.
Why do he hate himself so much?
He's asking himself the same thing, to be honest.
Life can be beautiful.
Yes, I know.
With a little, life could be beautiful with a little direct touch, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna joke with you on that.
Always.
Oh, I love that. I love that we could joke with you about that.
Yeah.
Exactly. He said he's like, screw it. God.
Yeah. So since we're talking about 100% in games here, I'm gonna jump on Krog. So congratulations to Krog, who has done 100% on Pixel Junk Raiders. So this game, we've been looking for treasures for it since March, and the last achievement was very hard and required a lot of grinding. So hats off to Krog from Discord. He has shared all of the treasures to us, so we can all do 100% on the game now a lot easier. So it's just something that I wanted to talk here about. I did a little tweet on it. I did the 100% myself today. Very exciting. This is why I'm wearing the Pixel Junk Raiders shirt today. It's just out of excitement. This is a very cool day. Then we got a good deal. Rainbow Six Extraction and Rainbow Six Siege in a gold edition bundle. So this is new. There's a few bundles that came out recently on Stadia. There's a Far Cry 6 one and others, but this is another interesting one. So it's a full price bundle which contains Rainbow Six Extraction and Rainbow Six Siege. So for the price of let's say 30 euros each, or 30 pounds, I'm not too sure which currency this is, but you can actually.
I think Marcus is UK, so that'll be pounds.
Okay, it's pounds. Yeah. Okay, so for 30 pounds each games, it's a very good deal. So
because I think if I remember correctly, just Extraction itself was 43 pounds, if I remember correctly. So you're getting Siege for like what, 15 pounds, 15 bucks, something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
So yeah,
good
so
price.
that's a good
Mhm.
deal. Yeah. And that's
Good
that's
deal.
here as well. I think in all the Stadia stores, it's the different bundles as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Oh, Eve, thanks for the follow on Twitter. That's very kind of you. Anyway, so something interesting here from Christopher Clay. Christopher Clay is the creator of Stadia Enhance, and this is an application that you can use on your browser to enhance your Stadia experience. You have some cool tools in there where you can like you can mark or tag your game as a favorite, and then it always appear at the first on the list, and cool features like that. So here he's saying that you can actually use Stadia Enhance on your mobile. So all you have to do, and I give it a try and it works, and you can download the Kiwi browser. So if you search the Kiwi browser on your smartphone, you get to install this browser that lets you install Google extensions. So you can then install Stadia Enhance. So what I did is I tried the 4K on my phone. It didn't do much, because it's a small screen, but it was cool to see that you could actually stream at 4K on your phone and use all of these features.
Nice.
Next up, we got InLead. He says in the first
Yes.
4 years after launch, less than 400 games were released on Steam. Main criticism from players and developers were requirement of internet, loss of games in the event of shutdown, skepticism towards digital content, and sounds familiar, doesn't it? So this is about like the 2 first years of Stadia. And you know what? I'm gonna let John or Ashley talk about this because I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys have some stuff to talk
Yeah.
about that.
So this is, I think a lot of people forget, either they weren't around or that they forget that Steam, when it first came out on PC, it's the PC's transition from physical games into digital. And the general consensus from anybody that had a mouth and wanted to yell, say that Steam was sucked. They hated Steam, all this other stuff. And what InLead is saying, and we've kind of alluded to it here on the show a couple of times, is like, when there's change, people initially resist. So along with Stadia and cloud gaming, this is, what we hear is all the naysayers and a lot of skepticism and negative talk. Well, just like we see here, InLead saying, remember the first 4 years after Steam, there was less than 200 games. So Stadia already now, after 2 years, has over 200 games. And the what people didn't like about Steam was it required internet. Cloud gaming requires internet. People are going to cry and say, "Oh, what's going to happen if the service shuts down?" So that was another. And then the skepticism towards digital content and or like this same as well with Stadia. So it's just showing you there that it's going to take a while. And yes, cloud gaming in its very native form has been around for 10 or 12 years, but it's not recently until things like Stadia and GeForce Now, and now we see Amazon getting into the mix as well, that things are starting to pick up. And of course, Xbox cloud gaming, and then Sony kind of dragging their feet a little bit now with PS Now. Hopefully, they're going to put a little bit of more investment into that. But you could see, and it's not going to change overnight. It's even not going to change in the next couple of years. We know that cloud gaming is such a small percent, was a 1 or 2% of the overall gaming. So it's nothing gigantic, but it's in its early infancy now, and that's why you see a lot of the skepticism and things like that. It's going to take maybe 10-12 years, if not even longer, for it to become normal and things like that. So I think there's just a lot of people are afraid of change and just don't know or understand or even want to understand. Like, I know there's a lot of things we go into, the physical versus digital versus streaming. I see some people say, wow, you still have to pay, like, for example, Eves makes 100 days here. You tell me I've got to pay $30 Canadian on Stadia and I'm just streaming it. Meanwhile, let's just say you had a physical release. It's it's the same price as buying a physical. Well, why wouldn't it be? Because it's the same, you put that hard work into the game, you and the team. Just because one thing is either physical or digital or streaming, to me, doesn't make it worth any less,
No,
right?
definitely.
But
A
there is
game,
substantial difference, if I may.
sure.
That back in the days when Steam become a platform,
Hmm.
2004, I can see there,
Hmm.
they had a killer app that was Counter Strike.
Hmm.
Epic make the Epic Store with a killer
Hmm.
app, Fortnite.
Right.
So what Google is missing right now is a killer app. Um,
Mm.
the problem is if they just take on games that come out on other platform too,
Hmm.
it's difficult to have a killer app. So at a certain point, Cyberpunk couldn't
Yep.
be the killer app for Stadia because it was running well,
Hmm.
and that you needed a big, expensive PC to run. But
Yep.
the thing is, at the moment, what the two things that are critical for Stadia is a killer app
Hmm.
and patience.
Right. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Google is not um, famous to be patient.
Yep.
This is the only thing that is worrying the community. Um, but what I can see, they are committed for the moment. So we
Mhm.
don't have rumors from behind the curtain that something is not going as planned.
Right.
We have an update with them every 3 months or so with new features. We have like um, only developer session with them,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they keep doing that. So
Oh,
when in case did that thing would stop, it could be a red flag. But
right.
what Stadia really need right now is a killer app
That's a
Right.
good.
to really take off. Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good thing to think about. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
killer app, and that could be what would would bring them up to game. So
Yeah, because a killer app brings in organically players and people,
Hmm.
so
yes.
without making publicity or ads or whatever. So this is something they need.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, and I don't know, like in regards to, and it's been beaten to death hundreds and hundreds of times of about the SG&E, the closure and whatnot. I think, obviously, there was probably, if they could do it over again, they would probably have done it a different way. But I think though that they kind of saw that they're not going to be able to produce anything within a reasonable amount of time for the money. Maybe
Mhm.
again in the future, maybe 5 or 6 years in the future, they might open up a first party studio again. But I think it's kind of like it really, if they were going to open up that studio, it should have been opened up probably 3 or 4 years prior to when it
Mm.
originally was, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
same problem has like the Amazon. So
Yeah.
they had
Yes.
this big. The first game was closed after a month or something like that, and
Crucible.
Hmm.
the New World was like a killer app from that point of view. Um, it was, but it takes yeah
They're just gonna put
years.
it
I
in.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It just takes its
Um.
time and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
I think that maybe because it doesn't have a killer app, maybe it'll still grow, but slower.
yeah,
Maybe
no, yeah,
than
yeah,
Steam, right?
absolutely. No,
Maybe.
it's
yeah.
not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
No. No.
It's
For
Right.
sure.
I
But
think I
Yeah.
think what Eve's getting at, if we want this more explosive growth, we need
yes,
yeah,
Stadia needs
exactly.
the killer app.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
But then you're right. So right, it's like a catch 22 really.
yes.
So yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just going to take time, and people will have, like you said, have patience with it as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, we've seen several interviews and reconfirmation of
Mhm.
from Google themselves that they're in this for the long haul. Sure, it's okay and rightfully so for people to have doubts about anything. You could say that really about any product, but the proof is in the pudding here. It's going into its third year now, and time will tell, and just see how everything goes.
Exactly.
Yep.
So next up is so
More
John forced
self-promotion.
me to to put this in. No, just kidding. But no, I've released a new Stadia short, which is Stadia short release number 14 on January 18. So I'm still working on doing that. What I'm doing here is putting a small 5-minute clip of every game released on Stadia in order of release date. So I'm slowly working on it. I want to work on it faster, but it's going to happen just because I'm a little bit less busy at work now. So, it's going to happen. And yeah, it's nice. So we're a few games away from getting all of the 2019 games. And so just
So
stick to my channel
if
if
you
you want
look
to see.
back 6 months, you know probably what comes out next month on the Stadia Pro.
Oh, yeah?
That's a good trend to
Yes.
see.
Interesting.
So if you go back, you should look at the release of August.
Okay. You know what? There's actually a nice place here. Let's have a look. So on Reddit, there's actually a place on the wiki called Game List. So if you go here, you get a list of all of this is what I use for my Stadia shorts actually, and you get a list of all the games in alphabetical order and of release date. So as you can see, I'm number 14 Rage right now, and I'm going through this list.
So
And
you
let's
said
go
August
see.
2020.
Yeah, let's see what we have in August here. August. So we have Grime, Foreclose,
which is
Dragon.
those three. Well, so we look at that. Grime launched in Pro. Foreclosed went to Pro.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Dawn of New Riders is Pro now.
Yes.
Right.
And we might not see other outright games just because they all release the same time. You never know.
Yep.
But we got Young Souls.
Look at Young Souls.
Oh my
that would be
gosh.
awesome if Young Souls
Yes.
went to a Stadia Pro as well.
Yeah.
Humankind.
Oh, I would love that.
Yep.
And we got Darksiders
Darkside
2.
Detective.
Oh, no, it's
Darksiders,
Darksiders. Yeah. We got Darksiders 3 already. So it's interesting that Yves says that because maybe that's how we can, start.
Just to have an idea, because if you see Foreclosed, like it could be that the publisher pushed them to the Pro earlier.
Maybe they made an exception, right?
No, maybe there was a spot available.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And last but not least, Rock here says, this is nice. You can launch Ubisoft Plus games to Stadia while in the Ubisoft Connect web or app screen. So it looks like you can go inside the Ubisoft Connect website and click the play button here, and it directs you.
It'll launch. Yeah,
directly to Stadia.
That's a pretty cool feature there as well. So
yeah, and it's so easy for anyone to do that, right? Like even Yves could create a link on his website with his game
and play.
I click to play. And you could just play direct it exactly to Stadia and.
Yes, it's a little bit different because this link is given by you. It's a new feature.
Okay.
The link that we posted like on Twitter with
yes,
yeah, this was a special.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah. So is that link? Maybe you're getting into telling this, but I remember back in July they were talking about these new incentives that were going to start in 2022. Is this part of that new incentive? Like if we click the link that you provide, you get some type of like monetary
it's not so easy. So if you click it and you are not you are not a Stadia player, you click on it,
right,
and you make an account, and the moment you received maybe a month, what it's 1 month or 3 months at the moment.
1 month.
1 month.
Or 2
you
months
receive the 1 month free, and the first month you pay the Pro.
Right.
And you are, because when you click on this link and you open an account, it's tagged in their backend, and
Hmm.
once you make a pro account with them, we receive an incentive from this.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So
So I
this will
remember
work
that they were
not
talking about
so
that. Yeah.
fine for us because okay, but for a content creator will be incredible, because if you guys, for example,
Oh.
you would put a link to the games,
Hmm.
and every time someone then click there and maybe they make a purchase, not a purchase, but they make the Stadia Pro, you will
Hmm.
receive some money from that.
I
Well,
would love that.
so I know like now what they have is that referral. So right, if you
Mhm.
refer two people or three people,
Yeah.
then you yourself get that
Oh
free
yeah.
month of Stadia Pro. So like I know I just got an email the other day and it says like here's your free month of Stadia Pro. I'm like, oh, someone must have clicked on my referral link that I include in all the videos and the descriptions, right?
Yeah.
So that's just another little
I
incentive
wanted to
there.
explain that in the Twitter when it went out, but there was so much to explain for about the input touch and
Hmm.
the there is the problem that we haven't figured out how to detect when the game goes from TV to phone to auto change the UI. So a lot of players are writing around that they cannot play well. So we have to say them individually go there and active the mobile
Yeah.
UI.
Oh,
So yeah, there is all
I've
this stuff to explain, and we haven't explained the new link feature.
right.
So yeah.
So this is the link that we're referring to here in the tweet here. You're talking about the direct touch, and then here's this direct link that if someone clicks on it here, we'll see. Well, for me, it'll probably just automatically start here. Yeah, but if not, if someone already doesn't have that subscription or whatever, it's gonna just boot up there. I'll go
there
ahead
you
and
go.
close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they already don't have that account, Stadia account, and
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
go for that 1 month free or whatever, you end up in the long run, some which way or another, it benefits you. It helps out the
Yeah,
developer.
in this
Yeah.
case, if someone knows this link, yes, but it's
Hmm.
I think it's more think about for content creator, because it makes more
Oh,
sense.
okay.
Because
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
launch a game every 3 years, 2.5 if it's go well, and
Hmm.
yeah, how many link can I spam? Not so much.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
content creator can every week or 2 weeks when they make or a new game, they can spam
Mhm.
the link. So
Oh,
they
So
are.
so then you would then see from that link, would then you being the developer get anything from it or no?
In this case, yes,
Yes.
because I put it out.
yeah.
But
Right.
if you would, no, you would get it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
So
I think they choose us us and some other to make some test on this.
so
Yeah.
it's speculation, but we might in the long run start seeing them implementing content creators and helping them out with some stuff, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, right, you get a little chunk if someone, if you put a link here, like he says
Mhm.
here,
Yeah.
and someone watching or whatever clicks on it and they do whatever they need to do, you might get a certain percentage or whatever
Mhm.
But this, like
from.
I was telling before, this is all user acquisition cost for developing this feature to bring it out and then handing the money. So it's really a lot of steps to get people into Stadia.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
you would cut short with something unique on Stadia that would just bring people in. Like you can have it only here. Stop.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool.
Cool.
All righty. Well, I think that's going to wrap up today's show. We do have the raffle here to give away. We've got 5 more games.
Yeah.
Uh,
Courtesy of Broken Arms Games, of course.
yes, he's here. All
Yes.
righty. So if you haven't already, and you didn't win in the first round, uh, get your entries in here, hashtag 100 days. And that way it gives you a chance here into the raffle to win. We still have a lot of people in here that haven't won. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick more winners here. We got 5 more winners to choose from. Once you hear your name, you're going to have 60 seconds to respond and claim your prize. So here we go. Here we go. Sonic Mart. Sonic Mart is the winner of a copy of 100 Days on Stadia, courtesy of Yves here. So you have won a copy here. All you have to do, Sonic Mart, is just respond into the chat here, and I'll type in the command to know how people will get a hold of me. And yeah, so we've got 30 seconds left for Sonic Mart to claim their prize. My gosh, hopefully Sonic Mart is here listening.
There he is.
There
Yep.
he is.
Yep, there he is. See, congratulations. So we got 4 more to go. Let's go here. Homie Drew. What's up, homie? You have won, homie Drew.
Nice.
I know homie Drew a little bit, so enough that I can mess around and say those things here. So homie Drew, congratulations. You've won a copy of 100 Days on Stadia. We just need for you to respond here. Congratulations,
There he
Sonic
is.
Mart. Yep. Homie Drew, look at that. Mouth wide open. Like, what?
Nice.
Congratulations. We got 3 more to go here. The one, the only Jack to slip. Congratulations,
wow.
Jack. Is Jack here? Jack. You have
Jack.
won a copy.
Come here, Jack.
The Jack attack. Let's see if Jack is won. So while we're waiting to see if Jack is going to claim his prize, Jack's recently got into doing the APK teardowns for the new Stadia
right.
releases.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So congratulations on that. So he's going to be looking in, as you know, we're all curious in the Stadia community about any little feature. He's here, but draw again. He says, "Okay, so
Let's do it.
We'll do that. Here we go." Granite, his wife has already won, so we're going to go here. I saw Rebecca say, "Don't enter." Imran here, congratulations.
Woohoo.
We're on. We've given 2 away, right? Sonic Martin, homie Drew. So Imran here, if you're here, friend, another Gaming Scarmy Discord member here. I wonder if Imran's around to collect his prize. I know he's a big Stadia fan as well.
Yeah, very good supporter.
100 days, yeah. Let's see. Imran's got about 30 seconds left here to claim his prize. Oh no. I wonder if it's going to go unclaimed here. We've got 2. So we've given away 7 total. We've got 3 more to go. Imran, hello. Let's see if he's there. 10 seconds left here. Oh my gosh. I don't like when this happens, but it is what it is. And we're counting down. No. And it's passed. No. Okay, here we go. Mr. Robinson. David Robinson. It's David.
Oh,
he's
wow.
Over,
congrats, David.
David. He's in the UK. So let's see. David.
Yeah.
David. We
We
played with
might
David. We were part of the 9 to 5
tournament.
We went in that 9 to 5 early access tournament. David
Not
was
last
our
place. Not last
teammate.
place.
That's
Not
right.
last
Hey.
place.
That's right.
Yep.
And I believe David has said that he would like to play with us on Extraction on Sunday as well. NinjaGuy X and myself. So David, I don't know if you're still awake there, but you've got 20 seconds left. Oh no. David, where are you, David? We're just oh my gosh. So I guess here's a question in the chat while we're waiting. I don't know if Yves can answer this. Chris was asking, curious to know how Stadia generate the game codes. Do you get an allocation, or do you have to request a certain amount, or
They take a dolphin. Let's go.
and they squeeze it?
I don't know. They at the moment they generate the code, so
Okay.
they
So they
give
just
us
give you
the link, and
Okay.
maybe I don't know. Maybe when the future goes live, you can claim it from your backend on the Stadia where you upload the games and stuff, and then you
Oh.
can send it to the.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess here's another question before we draw a winner, and I don't know if you can answer this or not. So if you can't, that's okay. Does it cost you per code? Like if you want, I know it's your game, right? But I'm saying, like, say for example, you say to your contact at Google, I need 30 codes. Is there
You have a certain amount of code per game
okay? Okay,
to give
perfect.
out to for marketing to journalists,
Oh,
content
Perfect.
creator.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah,
hmm.
awesome. Cool. Okay, so
No,
let's
David.
see. No, David, we love Stadia. Well, we love Stadia. We love you too, but hopefully you're here to cancel or to
Yeah,
claim your prize. We
yeah.
would love for you to claim the prize here. We love Stadia. Won the giveaway. We Love Stadia has been a subscriber since
Yeah.
April last year, so it shows
Wow.
here in the
Wow.
bot. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It even tells me the exact date here. We're just killing some time here. 30 seconds left. We Love Stadia
Yeah.
subscribed April 26, 2021 at 3:01
Wow.
p.m. 3:01 and 17 seconds. So it's very
There he is.
precise. There he is. Congratulations. Awesome. There we go. So we got two more to give away here. There we go. I can't see. Congratulations. I know he was here in the chat earlier. I can't
Yep.
see. Let's see if you're here to claim your prize. I can't see his one. Hopefully he's here to claim his prize so we can give that away. And again, a big thank you to Yves here, Broken Arm Games, for giving us these codes here to give away on the
Thank you so
show. We
much for
really do
having us,
appreciate it.
and
No, this
you
is
made me do it
awesome.
the input touch. So thank you so much for that.
So we
Yes.
made you do this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can't see. Says draw again. That's okay. Here we go. Oh boy, I can't. Can you pronounce that
On
ninja?
Sakui?
There we go.
Unzikui. Yeah.
On Sakui.
Ansakui.
We're gonna go with
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ansakui.
It's really fascinating how this dolphin go and compound this
Yes,
code
please,
for
Yeah.
you.
please tell us more. You know about it more than we do. Please do.
Yeah.
Tell us more, because Chris Helix is clearly interested. Is it 3
Yeah, I
dolphins?
saw it.
Just one big dolphin?
Yeah, it depends. It depends what's available. We got a penguin.
Are they just like grabbing a dolphin? This one? No, this one doesn't have codes. Throw it back.
Tell us
Yeah.
about it like in a History Channel kind of voice. The dolphin
Yeah.
goes down
So
and
that's
he
right.
picks
Yeah,
up the
no,
code.
it's not that they take the dolphin. They wait until a dolphin takes the code and bring
Oh,
it
there
to
you
you. So
go.
it's like the
Oh.
oracle. The
Oh,
code
Oh,
is
I
done
see. I see.
when
Yeah,
they.
you have to be
Got all
patient.
mystical on
Yeah.
this one.
Oh my gosh. Come on. We've got two. We've got winners here. Sakui has not claimed their prize. Here we go. Craig. Petter Games. Craig, I don't know if you're here. Hopefully, so you
Yeah.
could claim your prize. Come on, peoples. We've got
Yep.
really good game. But yeah, we'll see if Craig is here. Oh, let's see. Craig.
Like 3
If you can
seashells.
claim your
Yeah.
prize, we could talk about
Like
the
the
dolphins
three
again. Like the 3 seashells. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, so we got 30 seconds here. Dum dee dum dee dum. So about that DLC.
The Niagara Falls DLC, right?
Yeah. Let's see. We got 20 seconds left here for Craig and Petter Games. Oh, you think he's streaming right now?
Oh crap!
No, we can't pop into his chat.
Nope.
That's part of the
Breaking the
whole deal.
rules.
You've got to you got to
Mhm.
be here to claim your prize.
Yep.
I know SPG won. Remember, he won a game and he had to step away, and then
Oh my gosh! He
came
came in
back,
right at the
yeah.
last minute. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're going again here. Jack Travis, not Jack the Slip. This is Jack Travis now. Jack,
Okay.
you have won. Jack Travis, you have won 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. We learned all about it today from Yves here. Some backstory
There he
about
is.
it, and there he is.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Congrats.
Jack, congratulations. We've got one more. Make sure if you're unaware how to contact me, type in !contact. The bot will give you all the deets. And here we go. One more. Jan. I feel like we've had Jan before. Was Jan? Oh, maybe Jan won the first round and didn't claim. No, he
Jan
did.
did win.
Yeah, Jan
is
win,
that?
right?
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
Adam. Let's see if Adam's here. Adam Ruffle.
Adam, nice. So Adam will do a review of the game too, right? So
yeah, exactly. Get
right?
him. Get him.
Yeah, anyone who's a content
to
creator who
stream it.
won must review the game.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right,
Who must do a
Exactly.
full live stream.
Thank you so much.
We're forcing them. We're like twisting
Yes.
their arm.
Come on, we have one more to give away. Adam, if you're here, you can claim your prize. 30 seconds. Adam's been subscribed since February the 6th of last year.
Interesting.
Can you believe
interesting.
it? Interesting.
Any other cool facts about Adam?
Adam
Used
loves
to be a dolphin.
yeah, he used to be a dolphin. That's not Yoshi in his little avatar there. It's a dolphin. Right?
Yeah, we interviewed Tommy. With
Tommy.
me and Adam and you a few months ago, which was very fun. Yeah.
I mean, television there, yeah.
In television. Yeah. I
Very
got the
well.
games right there, actually.
Adam was not here. Naughty boy Adam. I know Adam as well. I'm supposed to be streaming Farming Simulator with him tomorrow, but I'm going to give him a spanking for not being here.
Yeah, there you go.
And look at this. Here we go. Zorena, I saw her talking in the chat.
Please,
says,
please,
I'm still here.
talk in the chat.
You can claim your prize, Zorena. She's been a subscriber since February the 8th. So these are all trivia. Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Congratulations. So we've done it. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Yves, we've given away 10 copies of the game. We really do appreciate that. And also want to mention one thing real quick here too. Dad Plays Games, which we talked about last week, is doing a charity stream in honor of, I believe it was a sister or a family member.
Sister.
For mental health. And Yves donated some codes there for his giveaway his cause, his fundraiser as well. So big shout out to Yves for that as well. Just overall a nice guy.
No, just it must be.
Just
You need to do it. No,
yeah,
it's great because we are really we feel blessed and really lucky at the moment, and how the game was perceived and all the love we are getting. So at the beginning you have hate, but the love is what is rest. So it's like this is what's now the drive to go on. It's really good. Yeah, we're really happy about that.
That's so awesome. Yeah, and there's Serena as well. She's happy. She won a copy of the game, so she'll be playing as well.
She was like the first one that put in the code.
Yeah.
I was cheering for her to get it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Awesome. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming out here. Awesome. Yves, thanks again so much. I know it is almost 1:00 Saturday morning for you. We really do appreciate all the time.
I could stay here, so I'm already here for tomorrow.
All right.
Exactly. Right. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. Ninja, Aswi, Yves. Have a great weekend, and we will see you all again real soon. Take care, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.